Hello, Aquarius. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Late Seers Tarot by Chris Ann. For the supportive oracle cards, the Spirit Animal Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. Okay, what do we have for y'all? We got double cards popping up, which is not bad, just interesting. Okay, and we're going to put your tarot cards out here. You got a very curious card coming up here at the end. We'll see what's going on. Although you guys are very lively, aren't you? You got a lot going on, so it's almost like I feel like you guys can live in two boats at once. It's almost like you're one of those few signs that can have your foot in two different boats, but steer those boats together so that you can do that and keep them very together. Like, I don't know how you pull it off, but it seems like sometimes you guys do. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong. But like the balancing act y'all pull off, it's just kind of like, it's almost like defiant. Like, oh, you don't think I can have a foot in each boat and still make this work? Watch me, I'll make it work. I feel like that's kind of Aquarius, kind of like, I'll show you I can do it. Watch. I'm not saying it'll be easy, but I'm telling you I can do it. And you can prove it. That's the thing. Chameleon spirit in the hummingbird. Hummingbird talks of love. Chameleon is like very much a changeable energy, but it's also kind of like letting people see what they want to see, or being seen when you want to be seen. So you seem to be coming in and out of this situation. When you want to be seen, you're right out there center stage. You don't want to be seen, nobody knows you're even there. If you kind of want to float around the edge, then that's what you do. You have complete control about how much attention you get. That's what I'm getting with the chameleon. And I feel like you're loving it. You're kind of like, if I don't want people to know I'm there, that's great, because they'll say things they wouldn't normally say in front of me. But if I want them to know my presence and to acknowledge me and to deal with me, then they will, because I'll make that happen too. And you're enjoying this situation at this time. You got the hummingbird, but you also have the sun card with the page of swords. You're trying to gain information here. And one of the ways to gain information is for people to be authentic. Sometimes you have to step back and just let them say what they're going to say. Sometimes you have to be close enough to hear what they're saying without them realizing you're hearing it. Because whatever it is, you need the truth in this situation. I need to know the truth. So if they're having an issue and they're not going to tell me, I need to be in earshot so I can at least hear what they're having a problem about. Or at least if they don't know I'm there, I can find out what they really feel, because I need the truth to make this change. And then when you need to make your presence known, you make your presence known. You might have people working with you kind of like, I need to know what's the real truth here. I need to know what's actually happening. I can't work with falsehoods. I can't work with lies. I gotta have truth. So you might have other people kind of like keeping an eye on things, kind of like, find out what so-and-so really thinks about this. Find out if they're really gonna be loyal to it and stick with it, or if they're actually getting ready to go and they're gonna leave this and go somewhere else. Because I don't want to invest my time and effort and money in this person if they're not gonna be around more than a couple months. I want somebody in that position that is going to stay for a few years, and I'll invest in that person who's going to stay. That might be one of the reasons you're doing this. Kind of like, if I'm going to invest, I want to know that investment is going to hold up and not just ditch out on me. Nothing bad here. Seems like you're doing what has to be done. It just seems like that's what has to be done. Now, the lizard spirit is very quick too, in and out. I feel like they're helping you figure out the mystery. They definitely don't have all the answers, but they supply you with enough information to where you can search out, or you know where to go next. They have enough information that you can do something with it. They're not giving you answers. I don't see them giving you answers. I see them giving you more pieces of the puzzle, and you're like, that'll work. I'll take that. Thank you. And you handle it on your own by yourself. So they're providing you more pieces to the puzzle. But literally, like if they're handing you a box with puzzle pieces, they're like, here's some more puzzle pieces. They don't even know what the grand picture is, I'm getting. But you're like, and you're going to have to put together these pieces on your own. And you might have to get more pieces from other people. Oh. You might have to get more pieces from other people. Is that a problem or no? you're gonna play that sly. You have to. I feel like you're kind of stuck. You have to. You have to be careful. You have to think things through. You need the truth, and it's about getting the truth and what it takes to get the truth. You're not causing problems if you don't need to. You got the deer spirit with the starfish, and I feel like you're very careful about how you're handling people at this point. You're very well aware, you get more bees with honey, right? So you're very careful about how you're handling things, who you're handling, what you're saying, what you're doing. Starfish talks about infinite possibilities. Like if one thing doesn't work out, something else might. I just need more puzzle pieces to really get a better idea of what this picture is. And I almost feel like that's another thing here. Kind of like when you get a better idea of what the picture is about what you're dealing with, it may change your goal a little bit. Kind of like, well, I was going to go here and do all this. Kind of like I was going to make this type of cake. A lemon pound cake, we're just going to say. But then you're realizing, really, lemons are getting to be hard to come by. I'm finding a lot of apples, though, and I'm finding a lot of cinnamon. Maybe I want to make a cinnamon apple pound cake instead. That's more plentiful, and I do like that, too. So maybe we'll go that way instead. So it might, like, what the information you're finding might edit what you're doing. Kind of like still making a pound cake, but a different one, because this is more plentiful, and that's becoming more of a task to get that stuff. You got the Queen of Swords here. A lot of thought going on. Don't get caught up in the gender. It's just like whatever's going on, you're really putting a lot of effort into this. And you're really thinking it out and planning out what you want. Again, that might be why you're editing what's going on. Kind of like there's a certain outcome you're looking for. And you're like, if I keep pushing for the lemons, it's just not as good of a party as I wanted. If I go for the apples and cinnamon, I can make much more of that and much more enjoyment out of that. I do like lemon a lot, but I like apple and cinnamon just as much. And that's going to go a lot farther. So let me think out what I really want to do here. I love cooking analogies if you haven't noticed. The next thing coming in, there is some type of block coming in. I think it's temporary. There's a face down card here. We'll find out in a second. You got Porcupine with the Five of Pentacles. Something's getting very defensive. The Bobcat shows up. Is that Bobcat? Yep. Bobcat shows up in the environment. I don't think you're going to be surprised to know this. You might have gotten some either faulty information or something changed. If it's faulty information, it's not so much that the person giving it to you was trying to give you faulty information. They might have been given faulty information. Or just, I don't know, there's something here. Something doesn't play off like you thought it was going to play off with the Bobcat spirit. It's kind of like, wait, I thought this, that, and the other thing. But if that's true, the Bobcat wouldn't have shown up. I thought that was all like muddy over there, very heavy current. I wouldn't see how a bobcat could cross it, but then the bobcat's there, so apparently there's some way for them to get across. And I feel like you're looking at it that way, like I thought that couldn't happen, but now it's there, so obviously something wasn't right. And I'm getting, it's kind of the Porcupine with the Five of Pentacles, like, all right, this kind of changes things again. I thought I could depend on those apples, and I can, but I'm noticing there's not any cinnamon. Like, for some reason, there's no cinnamon here. So I might have to change my plan again. And I don't really want to. It's kind of like I want apple cinnamon. I guess I could do just apple. Maybe there's another thing I can do here. I got to think this out again. I got to take a quick one. What else can I do with apple? Does it have to be apple pound cake? I guess there's apple pie. There's apple cobbler. Or what do you call that? Apple crisp. There we go. I'll get there someday. I could do that. I have other possibilities. And it's kind of like this Porcupine energy is here. Kind of like, I wanted to do that. That's become more of a challenge than I thought it was. The information I got wasn't quite reliable. And now I have to make another change, another different turn. The Nine of Wands is what's face down here. Whatever it is, when you find out this next part, this second choice, this second quick change, I feel like that's going to stabilize the situation. Whatever you have, like, there's not very many lemons available. There's not any cinnamon for whatever. That's not changing, but you're like, the apples, I know what I got with the apples. I have the apples. I can do something with the apples. And the other stuff I have. So I guess it's going to be apple crisp this time around without cinnamon, if you put cinnamon in it. I don't think I do, now that I think of it. I don't remember. I haven't made it in a long time. So what you got is what you have. You're working with that. You got the Empress in the center. with the Six of Pentacles on your side. All right, this is what I have. I wanted a lemon pound cake. That didn't seem like that was going to be the easiest thing to happen. So I changed it to apple cinnamon pound cake. Cinnamon's not happening. I don't really want that then. All right, so I changed my mind again, and I'm going to go apple crisp. I'm going to go the apple crisp route. I can do that. That is good. A lot of people like it, so that's still good. Not exactly what I wanted to do, but still good. And you're working with it. The Six of Pentacles is like you're working with it. The Empress is telling me it's working out really well. Whatever you choose to do, due to these quick changes, even though there's a couple of them here, it does work out very well for you and everybody else with the Empress. It's like you're taking care of yourself and others with this. It was a very good choice. It worked out very well in the end. After it's all said and done, I do feel like you did the best for you and everybody else. After it's all said and done, there's something here that there's a block. Something is blocking you. Something seems to be I want to say they're very suspicious of you and they're blocking things constantly. What else is in the scarab beetle? So I feel like they're very suspicious of you, and they're not only blocking, but they're putting out things to kind of throw you off their trail. Like, they're very suspicious of you. So it's very interesting. Whoever this person is, I'm getting that you seem to feel stable with them, but you also seem to realize that they're kind of dodging. They're getting they're a bit dodgy, and you're also noticing like this is where that misinformation came from. Whoever this person is, this is where that misinformation came from. They purposely like to throw you off. It's almost like they feel like if they keep you busy and throw you off, that you can be less of a problem for them. They're suspicious of you. They seem to have an issue with you. That's the devil you're dealing with. But I'm also noticing you got the whale spirit with the Ten of Pentacles. The whale spirit is telling me you're kind of stuck with this person. This is like a part of the group that's not going anywhere. The whale talks to me a lot about family feel. Doesn't mean this is a person as a part of your family, but if it's like a work situation, it's like they're not going anywhere. They're a part of the situation. They're a part of the whole. You're not going to be able to get around them. The Ten of Pentacles is telling me the situation is stable for you, but the more you're aware of that devil, I feel like it's like you kind of want to avoid it. You can try to unearth it all you want, but I just feel like it's going to get more and more complicated. So if you're into that and that's what you want, that's your business, clearly. But it's not going to get more simple. It's going to get more complicated, and I feel like they're going to throw monkey wrenches into things even much more. I feel like the more you go for the devil, the more the devil's going to mess with you. The more they realize you're looking at them or paying attention to them, the more they're going to throw out misinformation or little crazy things here and there. They're going to try to make it more difficult for you. So, I mean, it's up to you what you want to do with that. This is going to stabilize. I don't see this person becoming a big problem. I just feel like they're suspicious of you. They just seem to want to cause problems. If they think you're paying attention to them, they seem to want to cause problems for you. The wombat comes in with the Ace of Pentacles. This is how it's always going to be with this person. It's going to ebb and flow where it's going to be kind of easy and kind of quiet, and then when they feel like they're threatened by you, not that you're actually threatening them, but when they feel that way, you know what I mean? You know how that goes. It doesn't mean you're actually threatening them, but if they feel that way for whatever reason, they're going to be more of a problem. They're going to start causing you problems. They're going to start getting in your way, trying to cause issues for you. It's better to be aware of the devil. I don't really know if you want to deal with the devil any more than you have to, but you definitely want to stay aware of the devil. Because the bat energy, it's kind of like it comes, it goes, it comes, it goes. It says rebirth is assured. When I'm getting the bat, it's kind of like it's hanging out there watching. It has its periods where it's very quiet, but a lot of times it'll be moving behind the scenes and you won't see it. Like, you know, when bats are flying at night, you don't typically see all of them. It's dark, they're black, they're flying around trees and getting bugs. They blend right in. You don't see them flying around. And I'm getting they're saying that with this person. This person's constantly flying around. You're not always going to see them doing what they're doing, but they don't want you to. They're going to try to dodge and avert and, you know, confuse what's actually going on there. I don't think you have to worry about this energy. I just feel like they're saying, if you don't have to deal with it, don't deal with it. You want to try to keep your eye on it is fairly well, but you don't want this energy to know you're watching it at the same time if you can do that. it's going to come in and out. I just feel like it's going to come in and out. It's going to be a problem, then it's not. It's going to be moving around behind the scenes. It doesn't want you to see it. I don't think it's going to be a problem. I just feel like it just doesn't want anything to do with you. It just has some aversion towards you. So if you're able to do your thing over to your side and just kind of keep it away from you, I think that's the easiest way to handle it. I don't know. I have a feeling you're going to know what to do with that. So I'm going to let that go. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.